Hello, good morning. Just my clothes are a little unsorted this morning. Got my what I want to wear before I go to the doctor's visit to put on still. So this is just something I threw on to go out in the shop, work a little bit in the shop for a few minutes. But I thought I'd talk today about going to the doctor after being a stroke person. Um, my hair is all over the place. I gotta get a haircut. When I get a haircut, it'll look a lot better. But you know, for me, it takes a long time. 6 months since my last doctor's appointment, and reason why is because the hospital kind of messed things up. You know, well, in order for me to go to the doctor, I have to use a medical card, which I have. What do I have? Oh, one of the bigger companies. Um, let's see. Wallets here. This guy's is a nice thing. Kind of hesitate a little bit because guys don't wear purses. Not really purse. I call it satchel. That holds my phone, my wallet, and everything, and an easy carrying case. United Healthcare. The only problem with United Healthcare for me is here in Sweet Home, Oregon, is that the hospital doesn't really like United Health, and they don't really carry them. So I can get United Health to pay for some of it, but not all of the bill. Luckily, luckily, the hospital here has a kind of a mid they cover the rest of it pretty much. Basic stuff like a visit. So I went in to get a doctor's visit about 6 months ago, and I couldn't pay the bill. I paid a little bit of it with a medical card, but the coverage from the hospital wasn't in place. So I had to apply for that. That biggest part of the wait. 4 months I waited for them to finally get out there, but cat to finally get going on that. And then after that, we set up another appointment because he wanted to talk to me again. That's what today is. So 6 months later, to the bill, I'm ready to go in. I did check ahead of time that everything's set up, so it should be covered completely. Just go in, do the visit, and back out again. Um, this is basic visit. You know, for me, I'm healthy except for the stroke I had. I have no real big health issues. Keeps saying things like, "Oh, you're pre-diabetic" and other things like that. And I'm hoping that never happens. I guess being diabetic has less problems, and it's also expensive. So I'm hoping that won't happen. I'll let you know tomorrow. I'll probably do this about every day or every day. So until somebody pays attention to me, maybe I'll get a following. I ever did one video, nobody paid attention to it, so it's the second one. Oh well, keep something to do. Just nobody ever answers it. I'll talk on it. But anyway, I go in. I already did all the checkup three things. The nice thing nowadays is they have a thing called My Charts. You go in there, they tell you when it's going to be, where it's going to be, the time, and everything. They also run through most of the paperwork. You know, every time you go to the hospital, you have to fill all the paperwork. So hopefully, since I did it all on the computer yesterday, filled it all up, so they won't hit me some more when I come in. Keep fingers crossed. But you go in. For me, he basically checks my heart, listens to my heart. You know, does a couple of things with the stethoscope, checks both blood pressure. You know, talks to me a couple of minutes, asks me if I like my medicines. Oh, my medicines are fine. It's okay, fine. That's it. You know, so he may schedule a blood draw, which is what he did last time. It's kind of messed things up too. Hopefully, since it's only been 6 months, he won't do that again. We'll see. I don't. Blood draws don't bother me. This arm's fairly numb, so anyhow, let's have them draw out a dead arm, and I don't feel much. So that was a nice thing after my stroke. It was numb. They could draw blood in one. I couldn't feel it. It was just needle going into dead flesh. Cat out. So Anyway, so today I won't do too much out in the shop. I got these boards from yesterday that I put some lateral glue lines across. That's to strengthen it so that it won't come apart. It's glued in between each slat also, but also crosswise. So I call it cross hatching. It makes it a lot firmer, and when I cut the object out, it holds together better. I mean, I don't know if you can see him. The lighting here is not good enough for it. There you kind of see the outline of the Labrador Retriever puppy. I cut him out, and when I cut him out, I was then hoping my cross hatching will be the right spots. And then all I have to do is the spots where I cut. I purposely made these very simple. They're supposed to be a fairly easy project to do. That people will pay a little bit of money for. I figured this Labrador Retriever is probably about a $40 object. Seems like a lot of money, but there's some work put into it. But $40 project. And I got 2 laid out, so that's $80 out of basically free wood. So it's my time I'm paying for it. The materials don't cost anything. I mean, maybe half $1 worth of glue, you know, cost wise, maybe another quarter or so would seal it. $1 see all together. To around $40. Anyway, I cut a few lines into it, but since nobody sees the back goes against the wall, I'll come back and I'll fill in those lines I cut from the back, not the front, and it'll make it look like they'll have the emphasis, the detail, but they won't be loose because, like, on top of the head, I cut the head off and I cut the tail, the ear below it. There's a little section between the two that's kind of weak that it could be bent. But if you glue it across the back, it can't bend. It becomes strong again. This one has an ear flap to cut. The little leg part of the back leg had to be cut, and front leg also. But again, I will come in and I will saw by them. I found a sitting dog or object that works better than a standing one. You got less. I froze for a second there. Froze for a second there. That was weird. Off of this point, it's kind of messing up or whatnot. But anyway, I'll show that tomorrow and I'll show you what it looks like. I've made dogs so far. I plan to make other animals and other